Hello and welcome to TacticalAuction.com. This tutorial will give you some basic tips to keep you safe while here at Tactical Auction. Online auctions have become commonplace on the internet with new sites appearing almost daily. I have bought and sold on almost everything to include the big auction sites such as eBay and GunBroker, Amazon, local e-commerce sites, even including Craigslist. I have made hundreds, if not literally thousands, of purchases, and I've only had issues in a couple of cases. Remember, use common sense, and if it doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. For this tutorial, we will go to www.tacticalauction.com, and we will act as if we are registering for the first time. Security starts when you register at Tactical Auction. However, the most important item in your account is your password. So we will begin with our first tip, which is password security. Your online security begins when you start the registration process at Tactical Auction. Before you begin creating strong passwords, you need to consider the use of those passwords. The intent is to create strong passwords unique to each online account, but easy enough to memorize. I know it's hard. We recommend that your password be at least 12 characters long and include upper and lowercase letters as well as numbers. Our second tip is to protect your password. Most gun owners buy gun safes to protect their investment, so use that same mindset with all your passwords. Don't leave your passwords lying around. Lock them up in a safe box, filing cabinet, or other secure device. You can even maintain them in an encrypted, password-protected file on your computer. But don't write them on a sticky note and hide it underneath your keyboard. It will be found. Don't reveal your passwords to others. Never give your password out in the email. Likewise, if you forget your password and request it from Tactical Auction via email, change your password as soon as you receive it and delete the email. Our next tip is to reset your passwords periodically. We at Tactical Auction recommend you change your password every 90 days. You can do this very easily by accessing your member account control panel and updating your account profile. You merely change your password and hit the update button, and your password is changed. Our next tip, how to protect yourself while paying at Tactical Auction. There are 5 payment options that the selling member may choose from. We will give an overview of each as well as some tips to avoid being ripped off. The first option we would discuss is the much dreaded PayPal. Here we see a basic auction and the fields that needs to be filled out. As a seller, the PayPal option is only activated when you input your PayPal email address. Let us be very, very clear. We do not agree with PayPal's stance on the Second Amendment nor its anti-firearm policies. However, we clearly included this as an option for the convenience of our members who sell products other than firearms. We know that some small businesses solely rely on this service, and that was the only reason it was added. Again, it is only activated if the member places his PayPal email address in the auction form. One positive thing about PayPal is that they do have a payment resolution system which allows you to make a complaint. Here you can see we have already logged into a PayPal account and the welcome screen is displayed. If you have a problem with a selling member or he doesn't send you your item, just click on the Resolution Center link and then click on the My Account link. From here you can begin the process of filing a complaint. Again, we do not endorse PayPal nor do we agree with any of their policies. The next payment option we will discuss is personal check. If you take personal checks as a seller, we suggest that you do not ship the item until the personal check has cleared your financial institution. Make this clear also in your item description as it will delay the shipping process. The average time for a check to clear a financial institution is 10 to 14 days. Now we will discuss some items on the check that you need to check for. Ensure the date on the check is written and is current. Checks cannot be postponed, post-dated, or written for a future date. Also ensure the check is not older than 30 days old. And if it is, there's a chance that it can be refused. Most banks have a time limit on which checks can be made payable. Ensure that the person or business name and address are listed on the check. Do not accept a counter check or a check without this information. Now check to ensure the correct payee is listed. Ensure the check is signed. Try to match the signature with the name listed on the check. This may be hard in some cases due to the member's handwriting, but try. Check the written amount. This is the amount written in numbers. Now check the legal amount. This is the amount written in words. Did you know that this is the only amount that will be paid regardless of what's listed in the numeric portion of the check? I would ensure that they matched. Now we will move on to another payment option, money orders. The fraud trend in money orders is significant. We suggest USPS postal money orders because they can be verified at any local post office. Unlike private business checks or even other money orders, the postal money order is generally regarded as one of the most difficult financial documents to counterfeit because of its watermarks, security threads, and a rainbow of ink patterns and tones. The fake money orders have been received by small internet owners, retailers, and members around the world, from sellers of Siberian Husky puppies in Iowa to art dealers in Indiana. Some consumers, authorities say, are simply not using common sense. U.S. Postal Service domestic money orders contain security features that protect your investment. Be sure to check for these features before you accept or cash one. When held to the light, a repeating watermark of Benjamin Franklin appears on the left and runs from top to bottom. To the right of the watermark is a vertical multicolored thread that weaves in and out of the paper. When held to the light, the thread appears continuous with alternating horizontal dark and light bars behind it. The letters USPS repeat backward and forward throughout the thread. There should be no discoloration around the dollar amounts, which could indicate that the amounts were changed. Domestic U.S. Postal Service money orders may not exceed $1,000. Now we will discuss our fourth payment option at Tactical Auction, which is credit cards. This is an option if the selling member has a payment processing solution. Tactical Auction is not involved in the financial transactions between members. Usually only dealers accept credit cards, and they are usually familiar with chargebacks and the inherent risk. However, as a buying member, I would never buy an item with a credit card surcharge of over 3%. Remember this, even at 3%, the selling member is making money by just taking your payment. So keep this in mind when buying via a credit card or debit card. The most reputable dealers or sellers won't even charge this fee. Our last payment option that sellers can choose is pay upon pickup. This option for members that allow purchasing members to pick an item up at a residence, agreed upon location, or at a storefront. If you're not picking up an item at a storefront, we suggest you meet in a public location during daylight hours if possible. There have been many instances when people using Craigslist and or Facebook trading groups where people have went to trade an item or sell an item and have been robbed and or injured during the meeting. Please protect yourself. Think ahead and use common sense. Tip 5. Shipping. When shipping, always ship to the address that is provided to you at the end of the auction close via our automated email system. This is the address that the member has put on record with their account. At a minimum, request tracking information from the seller. Sellers, always ship your items with a tracking service. This is required as per our terms of service. When shipping expensive items, ensure that the seller offers insurance on the package to cover the entire retail price. There are many services from the freight carriers that will protect you, such as insurance, delivery confirmation, signature required, and adult signature verification. Tip 6. Never ever conduct a transaction with someone overseas and not within the continental United States. The Tactical Auction Terms of Service clearly states that our website is only for use within the United States. We hope that we have shown you a few ways to protect yourself while using Tactical Auction and other online services. This is not all-encompassing list, and thieves are always creating new ways to steal. So use good common sense, and if it doesn't feel right, it's not right. Avoid it, and please report it using the Contact Us link at the bottom of the webpage at Tactical Auction. Thank you for using Tactical Auction, and be safe.